One of the things that I admire most in the business world is how CEOs, and particularly tech CEOs, do whatever they can to raise the spirits of their teams, especially at this time of year when you're having a lot of kickoff calls. I mean, you have to admire the effort that it takes to look at your company financials, realize that your stock value is down 45% from a year ago, and then take the stage at your employees only kickoff to raise everybody's spirits. That takes guts. There's nothing like a good joke to set the tone for a speech. And Mark Benioff knows this as the CEO of Salesforce and has probably had some pretty significant speech training in his past. He opened up his company kickoff with a fantastic joke. First, he asked for everyone in the audience who had flown in from other countries. And as hands were raised, he quipped that there are going to be ICE agents that are going to be waiting in the back of the room on their way out. Nothing says comedy better than having your foreign employees identify themselves and lobbing a veiled threat that they're going to be abducted by masked goons and shipped off to a domestic or foreign concentration camp. Is that hilarious or not? This is par for the course for the tech bro crowd. Every puffed up, out of touch billionaire tech bro thinks like this. And the reason they think like this is because you have a whole group of people who have convinced themselves that they're geniuses and that their accomplishments and intellect are beyond reproach. And yet they continuously do things like this. And part of the reason why they continuously do things like this is that they've been raised in an environment where they've never had to face the risk of being punched in the mouth for something that they've said. This is what happens when the keyboard warrior generation becomes CEOs. This is what happens when you give a bunch of incels unlimited power and money and seats at the table. And that's what all of these people are. Whether you're talking about Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Benioff, Jeff Bezos, these are all the people that have zero social skills and never had to face the risk of dealing with the consequences of their own words. And is it really surprising that they behave this way? After all, we've enabled this sort of behavior. We've held up billionaires as a class of people that we should aspire to when it's clear based on current events and what's in the news and what's in the files that these people are probably amongst the most predatory and perverse segments of the population that are out there. And Benioff's comments are indicative of how they view all of the commoners that work for them. These aren't people. These are just cogs in the machine that are supposed to feed his paycheck. And so what if they get hurt feelings because you made a bad joke? That's the mentality. Never apologize for anything that you say. Never apologize for anything that you do, because the fact of the matter is you have enough money to sane wash every crazy thing that comes out of your mouth. And that's what we're dealing with today. And with the specific case of Benioff, of course, this person is a vocal supporter of the current regime. Of course, this is a person that is all in favor of the worldview that this regime is pushing forward. The question becomes, how many more of these wake-up calls do we need before we decide that the billionaire class, and in particularly the tech bro billionaire class, needs to be made extinct? There's no such thing as an ethical billionaire, and Mark Benioff's statement is just another page in one of the thickest books in history.